Okay, let's get going here. The first one is the Four of Wands. Now, this is one of kind of creating joy, jubilation, getting out of the house a little bit, hanging out in the garden, reconnecting with friends. Fire up the barbecue, Cancer. It's time to start connecting and having fun. Springtime here on the Western Hemisphere, it gives us permission to go outside and enjoy the sunshine and just do some more activities. Not so much hibernation, which is the card that crosses you, Cancer. Hibernation is good, but since this crosses you, it feels like it's time to come out of the cave a little bit. You have been doing some self-reflection, and it looks like you've been doing some work on yourself, making some changes, but now it's time to come out of the cave and join the party a little bit. So when new invitations are presented to you, I encourage you to jump on them. Get out of the house and let somebody else be the host or hostess for a moment and enjoy that. What is above you is the Nine of Pentacles. This is kind of a motion card. This is planting the seeds for the future. So it looks like a lot of the hard work that you've been doing is starting to pay off, but your garden needs a little bit of tending to, and that's the metaphysical garden, or the spiritual garden, I should say, not the physical garden. It's now you're going to start seeing some rewards for all of your hard work. So keep doing what you need to do. Keep making those changes. The orange color here is lighting up, and when I ask Spirit what that means, it does look like that your health needs a little attention to it, and that could be as simple as getting a little bit more sleep than you have, or it could be a problem that you've been avoiding. So it's time to go check it out, go see the doctor. So it looks like a little bit of self-care is in order for this month. Getting physicals, starting exercise regimens, things like that. But it's really time to take care of your earth suit a little bit and let others take care of their own problems for a minute. But now it's time to recenter your focus on you and your projects, your work, and your creations, your happiness. So refocus a little bit more on yourself, Cancer, for your happiness. The Queen of Pentacles is sitting in the back here. It means something that has just happened or something you're aware of. Queens can be a person, usually someone over 40. Pentacles are Earth, that's Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And it's feeling like there's a discussion that either needs to take place with an Earth sign, or that there is a little static between you and an Earth sign that needs to be smoothed out. Don't be afraid to take that first step into communication with love and kindness, but there are some changes that need to be made with the dynamics of a relationship, and this can be, this can be a love relationship, a friend relationship, a boss, a family member, a child, something like that. But this is something that is not working for either one of you. So be brave. Take the first step into communication with neutrality and with an open mind. But there are some things that need to be changed. And for many of you, could even be a roommate type of situation. But it looks like you've taken the first step, or the first step has been taken to make these changes. So do some follow-up on this, and it doesn't look like it's the demise of the relationship, but there are some changes that need to take place within this relationship. All right, Queen of Swords is right here. Also, this is an exalted one, usually someone over 30 or 40. But this can mean for somebody that is kind of needy. It feels like somebody is wanting or needing things from you, and you may have to set your boundaries clear with this person. It does look like there is a love space here between you, so you do hold each other in high regard. This most likely is an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, but it does look like it's time for you to communicate with some people that are in your village, whether it's on the work sense or on a personal level. But this does feel like somebody wants something from you that really it's not working out that well. So you need to let them know instead of letting the resentment build up. And it could be work related. You could be getting, double the work as your coworker is. So it's time to speak your truth, but do it with when you're grounded and when you're able to look at some resolution. But it looks like some communication needs to happen within your village, and it looks like it needs to, it's something that's bothering you, and both these things here. This one doesn't feel quite as alarming, or it doesn't feel like it's as disruptive. But this one, the air sign, does feel like you're either being taken advantage of, or someone's not communicating to you while changes are being made, something like that. So just setting down some ground rules and setting some boundaries, some healthy boundaries for yourself, which is also included in your self-care. So you have been making a shift to make you a priority, make your health a priority. So continue on that. The 5 of Cups is here. This is usually an emotional thing. 5 is like when you have to let go of something that maybe wasn't yours in the first place to fix. This situation looks like it makes you a little sad. It can encompass maybe a child or a family member that you haven't been able to help, but it does feel like you have to take a step back from their foolishness and allow them to learn their lesson the way that they're choosing to learn it. It's nothing that you have done, and you cannot save them from themselves. So this feels like something you've been trying very, very hard, and it could be a friend that has addiction problems or anger problems or mental problems, but it's something that you have been really trying to help them with, and it looks like you have to walk away from this situation to preserve your mental health, to preserve your sanity, your happiness, but you have to shield yourself because the changes aren't coming, and they are choosing to learn from kind of a destructive manner or destructive behavior. So, and that looks like it's coming up in the near future. So you may get a message, someone needs you to pay their bills, or someone needs you for something that they are perfectly capable of handling, or something that they have created chaos and they must clean up their own chaos to learn from it. So it will be a challenge to you, Cancer. You're a very loving, heartfelt sign, an emotional sign. So it may be very difficult for you, but to preserve your sanity, your money, your happiness, your abundance, you need to make some separations from this situation and this person. It does not look like it's a permanent separation, but it does look like you've been kind of been dragged down by their bad choices. So take a step away from that so you can preserve what you do have and preserve your sanity. The basis of all this is you made a lot of changes in your life. You have made a lot of changes in your life over the last 5 to 7 years. And now it's time to take a look at how those changes have affected you, what you continue to need to change, and look at things honestly. Don't paint the pretty picture that everything's okay. If you know that it isn't and you know it's something that you need to change, look at it honestly. This also can stand for kind of creating new bucket lists, and you've met and mastered many, many challenges that you have put in front of you. So what do you want to do with the rest of your life? So take a look at your passions, take a look at your desires, your dreams, your hopes. and make the changes. Make the changes in the physical realm so you can create the abundance and create those dreams. But a large part of it is pulling back your energy from over helpfulitis from other people and investing in yourself and in your future, whether that's emotionally, financially, or spiritually. But look at the situation honestly. The only way that we can make some positive changes that benefit us and others is to look at the situation honestly. The Knight of Wands is here. I do feel like it stands for a person. Wands are fire sign. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This feels like it's someone that's very makes motion suddenly, very almost too spontaneously, does not really look at the responsibilities of what those actions will cause. It is right along with the line of stepping back from someone. So this feels like either a young man or an emotionally young man that you need to take your leave from for a moment. Let him feel the sting of the choices that he's made. And it does look like you have been cleaning up some things from this person for quite a while. Can be a child or someone who is dependent on you, or a friend that has created a dependency, a lover, a partner, something like that. But it's time to take a step back from their bad choices that you've been cleaning up for quite a while. Let them fall on their face. It's the only way they can pick themselves up and learn if they're not learning through the normal modes of lessons. The Hangman is here. This is also kind of a reoccurring thing, taking your time to yourself. The Hermit is a reoccurring thing. The Hangman is also a reoccurring theme in the May readings. So the Hangman is when you look at something completely different. It's like when your perspective shifts on a situation. The situation hasn't changed, but your perspective of the situation has changed, or the way that you deal with something has changed, whether it's work, whether it's personal, whether it's spiritual. Something in you has shifted. And the best analogy I have for it is like playing chess or checkers, and you are the black man for the first half of the game, and you take that board and you flip it around, and all of a sudden you're either the white or the red men in the game, and the game is still the same, but it looks completely different because your perspective has changed. And it does look like your perspective has changed to be more optimistic, more based in reality, more based in your magic and doing things for yourself, not putting stuff on the back burner anymore, not making other people's crises your crises, but just loving and supporting them through their changes and not taking on any of their problems, allowing them to fall and to fail. The Page of Pentacles is the top here, and pages are messages. If they don't stand for children, they are messages. And it also can mean, Pentacles are about money, but usually the Page of Pentacles is good news, and it's good news about money or goods or ambition or intelligence. So it can mean a promotion at work. It can mean a new job opportunity, some form of growth, personal growth as well. So it's usually some good news. So pay attention to the emails that come through, the letters that come through. Who knows? Maybe you got money from the IRS. That's kind of a message that comes through the mail or comes to your bank account. So pay attention. There are some good messages on the horizon for positive change in your life. On one side of this good news is the High Priestess, that is really finding your balance in the world, living your truth, speaking your truth, following the moral code of, do well to others. It is growth in your spiritual life. It doesn't necessarily mean going to church for those of you that aren't religious. It can mean making a commitment to going on a hike once a week, and that may be your church. That may be where you feel your freedom and your most connection to the planet or to God, if that is if you are religious. And for those religious or spiritual people, it can mean making a commitment to your good health, or yoga, or meditating every day, or living your truth, following your desires, and really flying high, letting go of the negative patterns in your life, whether it's food or addiction or a toxic relationship or codependency. But you have made a commitment to make these changes, and the high priestess comes in kind of to validate, yeah, you're on the right path, honey. Keep going, keep going. So it feels like there's more of the same of really getting in touch with your higher self, the God of your heart. And, the reason that we are here on this planet, which for me, I look at why we're here as school. This is school for me. Everything we do in life, every person we connect with is a learning experience. And either we learn or we try again. So kind of that's what the high priestess says, Cancer. She's here to validate, to keep going. The Wheel of Fortune is a great card. It's one of the highest exalted cards in the deck. And it's about, taking a chance, trying something new, putting effort into something. What you put effort into, you get paid back tenfold. This is kind of the Wheel of Fortune. If you stay in a positive mindset, then it amplifies tenfold. If you stay in a negative mindset, it amplifies tenfold. So it can go either direction. The Wheel of Fortune is all based on what you put your energy, your time, and your positive thoughts into. So keep it positive. Don't lose the vision of your dreams, your hopes, your desires, and the Wheel of Fortune will kind of take off from whatever energy you put out in the world. So if it's positive, it'll be positive. Negative, it'll be negative. It's really easy. It's that cause and effect card. So I'm going to throw a couple of cards here for clarity. These are the chakra cards. These are pretty good. They kind of get down to the skinny of things. Growth. Well, there it is. Which you have been growing. So that is validation to keep going. Say the hard things. Be clear about your communication. Change the things that you know you need to change for the betterment of yourself. And perseverance. So keep going. Just keep going. Even if, all around you fall, just keep going. It's perseverance that'll get you where you need to go. And Cancer, you're very tenacious. So keep going. Don't give up.